Twisted Tales.
Twisted Tales, Twisted Tales, hell, blood and bones and unknown trails. Twisted Tales, hell, true got teeth and drags their nails. Urban riding, back road sin, dead men talking through the wind. Cursed objects, killer law. Once you hear it, you want more. No fairy dust, no happy end, just how the nightmare really went. Turn it up, don't ask why. This ain't stories, this is true to life. Twisted Tales.
Good evening, everybody. This is Jeremy, and welcome to another fantastic edition of Twisted Tales, Wicked Wednesdays on the All Access Network. And tonight I bring to you a guy who pretty much has done it all. He is the historically haunted everything, vodcaster, paranormal explorer. The list goes on and on. Please bring to me Mr. Adam Began. How we doing, man?
What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, buddy. How's it going, man?
What's up, old friend? I've been friends with you and talking to you for gotta be fucking 6, 7, 8 years now, man. How are you?
Yes, it is, brother. Yes, it is, man. Hey, you know what? Thank you very much for coming on the show tonight, brother. I know that it's very interesting because I just got this thing going a few months ago, and I've been I was looking for, hey, Christine, how you doing, man? It's good. What a hell of an evening, and I've been watching your show, Historically Haunted Vodcast, for a while now. You've had a lot of really awesome guests on over the years, and I figured what a better person to bring on in the first coming months of the show, and you're definitely here, man. So thank you very much.
Proud of you, man. You've come a long way. I mean, you've always been doing your thing, supporting everyone, and for you to step out and do this, it's time for people to support you. So thanks for having me. I love the intro, love the music. Yeah, I love you, and of course the missus. Mr. and Mrs. Cotter. So yeah, man, we just saw you for you guys did your wedding renewal at the main Paracon, right?
Yes, we did. Oh yeah. That was an awesome event. To be honest with you.
We did some speaking, we did some talking, we did a bunch of good stuff, bunch of great people. So yeah, man, thank you for having me on your show. Long story short, I appreciate it, man, and I'm proud of you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, brother. Can't wait for this year's main Paracon too. It's gonna be another great year.
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. For anybody on this show who has never really gotten a chance to know you, how did you get involved in the paranormal in the first place, bro?
So I guess long story short, well, that's never short with me. I'm a talker.
It's all good, brother. We got that.
When I was very, very young, I grew up in Lisbon, Maine, right by Lewiston, Maine. I guess people know Lewiston more than Lisbon. It's really a smaller town, Lisbon. So I went to growing up, but like 1988 or so. I was probably about 9. I'm dating myself now, but my grandfather passed, my mom's father, and his spirit came to me like the night after he passed, I believe, or the night he passed, and walked me to the fridge to get something to drink. Told me to take care of Mama, and he loved me. Walked me back to bed, and that was it. And I didn't say much. I was so young, and of course, years go by, and I find out my sister, who's younger than me, my aunt saw her that very night. Or the night after, because she came down from California to stay on the couch. She saw my sister looking up at the ceiling going, okay, Papa, okay, I will, love you too. So I'm like, oh shit. So then I told my story because I didn't want to get, as a kid, you don't want to say they end up in a nut house, you know what I mean? So I kept it to myself for years. But when I heard my sister say it, I revealed my story. I said, holy shit. So we both saw my grandfather's spirit the same night, basically. A couple years later, about a year or so later, my mom is watching TV and my stepfather went hunting and she's watching Stephen King's The Shining. And I never seen anything like it. And she told me I'd go to the same high school as him. The guy that wrote this book, he wrote this movie, he went to Lisbon High School, same high school as me. And that's a fact in Maine. So that got me into not only ghost at this time, but now I'm into horror movies. Now I'm getting into holy shit, Stephen King, kind of freaky shit. Pennywise, right? Like your shirt. I love your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
So then a couple years later, I was about 15 or so in Lewiston. My dad's dad, he was dying. We went to go see him on his deathbed, and he actually died right in front of me, like flatline, like not like in the movies when your eyes just close, like vomited, twitching, his eyes were going. And I'm at 14 witnessing his soul leave his body. So between a real death And not just cats either. I'm talking human, like a real death in front of me, a ghost in front of me, watching my mom try to get my grandfather's casket at the funeral, learning about Stephen King, all the shit before I'm even 18. When most kids are still trying to figure out life, I'm figuring out what I'm going to do in my afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm lived off this, but in a way, I've always been there with it. You know what I mean? So fast forward a couple of years later, and I'm living in Casco with my mom, helping take care of my mom, and she ends up passing away right before COVID. So I lost my shit. I went homeless. I ended up losing my job, and Corona came and everything. So I was homeless, living in an RV. But I got bequeathed my mom's car, a Ford Fusion. And I'm sure you remember this or not, but for those listening that don't know, I was in a head-on collision in the car, and I believe I passed away for almost a minute or so because I was woke up in the ambulance getting revived with them standing above me with paddles and shit. My clothes ripped off. And I think my mom told me to get out. I remember my mom telling me, get out, my boy, out of the car. And I remember telling Heather, my girlfriend, my wallet's in my car and my airbags are orange. And I don't remember any of that. We go to find the car in the junkyard like a week after we got out of the hospital, and my wallet was in the car, and the airbags are fucking orange, not white. So I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, it's a coincidence, maybe not. I mean, people do this for fun and for money and for fame. And I just do it because I want to know if I get to talk to my grandfather again. Do I get to see my mom again? When I died, will I be on the other side? Because I don't remember shit. So as much as it's fun to do tours and podcasts and talk about ghosts and all that shit, it legit is really hits close to me for home. I'm not saying it doesn't for everybody else, but with me, man, I'm like, fuck, like what, you know. So it's been around, man, and it's more than just a click. It's more than just Halloween. As you know, Halloween for people like us is all year round. So heavy metal, horror movies, and just ghosty stuff, and of course history. That's my life. I don't have time for video games or for. I barely watch. I watch a lot of movies. I do because I talk to a lot of actors and actresses, and I try to do research. But other than that, dude, I'm always, as you know, I just went to Bangor this past weekend to go see where the mill was, the Ironworks mill that in Derry, the show Derry, Welcome to Derry, the Ironworks mill blew up. Yeah. This mill didn't blow up, but it was built at the same time as Ironworks in Bangor, where Stephen King lives. So the passion outweighs the fame. Absolutely, brother. What's up, Russ Stiver? What's up? Checking in. Russ I know Russ.
Shout out to Russ. I know he's battling some medical issues tonight, and my thoughts and prayers are with you, brother, while you're going through all that stuff tonight.
Absolutely,
man. Hope everything goes well.
Absolutely.
You know, and I agree with you, Adam, on the flip as far as hopefully get a chance to see my parents again, because when I lost my mom to cancer in 2007, and when I lost my dad to strokes about 2 years ago, a little bit less than 2 years ago, and you always sit there going, everything you've learned through the paranormal and communicating with spirits and being able to do all the communicating, you're hoping that someday, if you actually join that, you hopefully will meet up with them on the afterlife, and who knows what the next chapter looks like.
Yeah.
From the historically Gilchrist County Jail.
I've had Henry Lee on. What's up? Henry was a guest of mine about 2 years ago or so. He's at the Gilchrist County Jail in Florida. He talked to me live from there. I've been with him for a while on Facebook. What's up, Henry? Wow. But that's the way it is, and that's what's kept me going. Like my mom got me into the love of music. She got me into Black Sabbath when I was young. She got me into ghosts. What's up, Nate LL? What's up, brother, man? Another podcaster on the network. So it's like I said, obviously it's fun. I love the movies. I love Edgar Allan Poe and Vincent Price and of course Stephen King. But it's the real shit too. Like you said, I want to know, man. Is it all for naught? What's up, Henry? Is it all for naught? Is it like? I'm not saying I'm atheist, because I'm very much like I believe in a spiritual thing, because there's no way we're here for no reason. But I definitely want to make sure that there's no memory, there's no brain. So these ghosts just our energy, which they are, but there's no link to the brain. So would my mom recognize me in the afterlife? That's shit like that no one's really tapped on that I want to know. Sure, there's a heaven, but is my mom going to go, Adam? Or is this going to be just a bouncy orb that could be fucking whoever? I don't, you know what I mean? So, I think that's stuff like that keeps me going. And with the history side of things, of course, it drives me too, because I think that helps dive into the answers of shit. Because people have been trying for years, so I want to play with you.
No, that's definitely true. I agree with you wholeheartedly with that. I want to play with you.
I always go to the Pet Cemetery. I want to play with you.
It's diving into the metaphysical side of all that. I was just doing a show earlier yesterday with fellow podcaster Christina Bloom, on her paramedic.
Yes, I saw that 9:30 a.m. yesterday, right?
Yeah, around that time, and we were talking about how different timelines and the ghosts. And I mean, we've both encountered spirits who are intelligent, and we hope that when we go to the other side, or whatever our soul takes for the next journey after we leave this physical being, that it ends up turning into something more, and that we're intelligent and we can see our loved ones like we've always been thought we were going to do. We think that everybody's sitting down there staring at us from up above or whatnot. And
or is it like people think too, where we go on different levels? Some people think there's levels. I'm on plane level 5. Like there's an old movie, I forget what it was, from the 80s, where the guy goes to heaven and there's a bus doing tours and they're all wearing stuff, and he goes to a cafeteria and the guy's like, "You wouldn't like that. What level are you?" He's like, "I'm level 1." He goes, "Yeah, you wouldn't like that. That's for level 6." And he's like, "What do you mean? It's like food. It looks weird, but only people on level 6 or higher in heaven can enjoy it. Other ones don't." And then the other people say, "You come back." People say, "This is my 3rd life. I've been reborn 4 times." So is that a real fucking thing? Is purgatory real? There's so many answers. I love the Amityville house and the Conjuring house, but there's so much beyond the Conjuring house and Lizzie Borden house, guys. Wake the fuck up.
There really is.
Look all around you. Living in Maine, dude, there is fucking shit left to right of me. I've seen shit. There's hitchhiking brides, there's killer clowns, there's fucking Wendigo, there's floating witches, there's UFOs. There's so much. And that's what I try to do, is explore every possibility. I go to lakes, dude, and I'm looking for mermaids. I'm looking for sea monsters and shit. Everybody else looking for ducks and shit. Get swimming. I'm looking for fucking. Where's that big head brontosaurus? What's up, Raven?
Yeah, I hear you. So when you first got involved in the paranormal, as far as like investigating, what was the first place you actually investigated? Like, what was your first investigation?
I don't think anybody's ever fucking asked me that.
I got questions, brother.
That's a good one. Do you want to? Okay, can I ask you? Can I answer your question with a question? Do you want to say like investigated like on my own just to go look, or with actual equipment and a team and shit?
How about both?
Okay, I love that. I'd say first for me. Would probably be I was always cemetery hunting. Always loved cemeteries. I was in the local paper in the Lewis and Son Journal for helping. Well, a guy came one time and saw me and my buddy propping up tombstones with sticks, trying to get them fixing them. And I was like 10 years old. He goes, "More people break them. You're trying to fix them." And I made the paper for fixing gravestones. So I got to go cemeteries. My first one was the Lisbon Cemetery. I remember seeing it. It looked beautiful to me. But it's not really investigated. As far as investigated by myself or with a friend, I'd say, or just to do something with like that would probably be like the Shiloh, which is an old church in Durham by where Stephen King grew up. He grew up on Roundabout Pond Road. Okay. There's a big church there, and it says the way, the truth, and it's a big gold crown in the middle of fucking nowhere, and there's a cemetery at the front of it, and people say people come out of there with pitchforks. We used to go walking around there at night trying to find out shit. I heard there's a satanic cult there or something. So Shiloh Chapel in Durham by Lisbon for unofficial, but for official, oh boy, I gotta say it would probably be I think the Oliver House in Marlborough, Massachusetts. You ever heard of that?
John Middleborough, yeah.
Middleborough, that's what Benjamin, what's up, Samaya? What's up, Enchantress? Client of mine. I do historically haunted booking. I represent people. I've mellowed out in that. I don't do it as much, but I do book and promote people. She's one of my clients as well as Thomas Patrick. So Samaya, what's up, girl? Appreciate you checking in. So I'd say that was probably one of them. Maybe not my first, but I'd say that's one of the first ones I remember. Remember Benjamin Franklin found notes of treason in the closet upstairs, and it started the Civil War or the American Revolution and shit, because the guy from the British owned it. Out back, there's a big Native American burial ground, right? My girlfriend Heather, she got a tick on her tit out there smoking a joint with me. Yeah, the guy hung himself there next to it too, right? There's orbs up there, was slaves in the basement. It was using the Underground Railroad. So yeah, Oliver House, man, that's a big one.
I've actually seen a puckwudgie out on the back there, and
you saw it right in Massachusetts. Wow!
Yeah, if you go to that backyard, how the multi-level backyard with all the hedges and things that go around
like a corn maze, like a small shining maze. It's not that big. It's almost like a maze that goes up to the woods by the river. No way.
Go down, there's like a little gate in the back there, but I was looking over the first level of hedges, and I could actually, there was like a head following me back and forth across the top of the hedges. And in order for it to see me eye to eye, I think it had to be at least 7+ feet tall. And it was like, but then we figured out it was either puckwudgie or it could have been a Native American shaman that can change shape when they're in spirit form. So
there's either way, Native Americans buried there.
It was a very powerful entity that was like trying to like guide. He's like, come on, come hang out with us. And I was going to, but then my wife's like, no, you're not going anywhere.
They'll fuck with you. They'll fuck with you too. They won't scare you. They're not really known to attack, but they'll fuck with you like little gestures. Puckwudgies are like little gestures, little fuckers. What's up? There's my girl Heather. What's up, baby? She's at her house right now. I'm up north Maine by Stephen King. She's down south by Old Orchard.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you, you definitely have had the journey. That's for sure. I mean, I remember following you when you were definitely living the life in that trailer with like the no heat and all that kind of stuff, and just trying to survive, man. I've seen all of it happen.
And this isn't just for the show, guys. He's legit. We've seen each other at numerous WarrenCon conventions and Chris Sanders conventions and the Augusta convention. Me and Jeremy and Gene, we've all been Heather. We've been, we don't live in the same state, but we definitely familiar with each other for a couple of years now. Jeremy, gotta be.
Absolutely, man.
Because I did the show, historical the show on the radio, I believe, and it was audio only, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's where you get the beginnings before you did the podcast, right? You were doing radio before that?
Radio, yeah, with fucking Ross Raposo there, the Canadian network, Paranormal King Network.
How long did you do that for?
Oh, I did that for
the radio part.
You know what's funny? When I was homeless, right after my car accident, I was living in that RV with no heat and back at the flea market, and I was a guest on Ross's show, and Ross goes, "You're a talker." After the show, he goes, "Man, you're really a talker. You got some info. You ever thought of doing your own show?" I go, "No one wants to hear me, Ross." He goes, "Have my own show. I'll pay you $10 a month." I go, "Really? What's up, Ashley? The convention runner, Augusta, the Maine Horror and Paranormal Convention, year number 2. Year was awesome. Her and her husband Jeff run them. I saw a sneak peek of who they might have next year. I can't say it, but holy fucking wow. This year's great. They got Chris Fenn from Slipknot with a big nose. They got a bunch of people. But anyway,
we'll both be there, that's for sure.
No. Danny will be with his hearse. There's a hearse show there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up front with my truck with tours and stuff, talking about my tours. So anyway, to get back real quick, what the fuck are we talking about? I got ADHD, so I'm all over the place.
We're talking about the journey with like the RV and the radio show. There it is.
Oh yes. So Ross goes, "You want your own show?" I go, "Yeah." So I did a show, and then after about a year and a half talking to like Fred Richards, UFO Fred, Tony Spera, talking to some big Dustin Perry, I go, "Holy shit, these people just like to talk. They'll come on your show if you ask them, brother." Just saying. Most people love to come on and talk. I've only had no a couple times. So then I said, someone goes, "Why don't you do a visual one?" So I said, "Fuck it." So I did it. It's been 3 years now. I've talked to a lot of people, and yeah, they do. Very over 6,000 people in 2 days, Heather. And that's in Augusta, Maine.
Oh yeah,
that's no shit. So I plan on doing some tours this year. But so yeah, I've come a long way, and like I said, I run the own show. I get sponsors. I get a yearly sponsor, a monthly sponsor, and I get someone that watches that sends me $20 Venmo every fucking week for a couple of years straight now. I get $20 a week. So, and I'm doing it myself. It's not easy work, but I run my show myself. I do all of it. As Gwen knows, I don't have a behind the scenes person. So everything she does and you do, I do. And it's fucking tough. Like my guest canceled just now for tomorrow, but I've already got a replacement because I'm good at talking. So luckily I got a replacement. But so I do that. I do that with the tours, and I'm trying to focus on the tours now. I'm probably gonna be done being a booking agent. I want to stick to my tours. That's really growing for me. I found so many spots, Jeremy, up here. I got to bring you so many.
Gene was talking about it at some point when we get a chance. We actually wanted to do I was going to talk to you about the tour thing with the Stephen King. That was on my list of crazy ass questions that I had written down anyway, because I always prepare myself just in case. I use them sometimes I don't. It all depends how the conversation flows. I figure we don't really need questions. We're just free balling the damn conversation anyway.
I love you. You know what's up. You know I'm a talker. I'm not trying to steal your show. I'm not a guest of Super Lot. I've only been a guest, honestly, on your network, it seems like. Like Nate, like I'm on a Nate show. I was on Raven and Chris's show a couple weeks ago. But most people don't ask me. I do talk a lot, but it's better than dead air, I guess. I don't know.
I love it, dude. Trust me, I really do, because I'm a talker too. Obviously, you know that. So it's easy with two talkers to come on and just be here and just have a good time, So
amen, brother.
Where have you? Just give me a couple. Like, where have been a couple of your favorite investigations? Like, not just cemeteries, but actually like locations. Where were a couple of your favorite haunted locations that you've actually gone to?
I went to I don't know if you're familiar with Virginia, Radford, Virginia. I went to I just had it in my head. St. Albans Sanatorium.
Okay, I've heard of St. Albans. Yeah,
sounds like a Metallica song. But I went there with Reverend Jay, and we spent the night until not the night, but we spent like midnight until about 2 a.m. in the morgue downstairs. So to spend midnight witching hour in a morgue with a reverend at a haunted sanatorium is bucket list shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
So we had 2 days there with Eric Knapp and his old ladies. We had a hotel that night, and we saw a lot of stuff in Virginia, man. We really made the most of it. But I'd say as far as haunted locations, Radford, Virginia, St. Albans, Hillview Manor in, what is that, Pennsylvania? Not Castle Rock. I always say that. It's not Castle Rock. Thomas has been posting a lot about it. Thomas, you're in chat. Thomas Patrick. Where the fuck's that place in Pennsylvania you post a lot? It's Hillview Manor, but I forget the town. That's pretty wild. A client, a psychiatric patient jumped out the window on the second or third floor, committed suicide there. She's buried out back. There's a cemetery out back. And then I'd say, as far as favorite, I'd say St. Albans. Yes. What town though? Is it Castle Rock, Pennsylvania, or Lake Castle Bluff? I forget the name of the town it's in. You can look in St. Albans. You can Google it. Newcastle. Thank you. I knew I was close. You know what's funny? I was on the road trip with my buddy to go see the Night of the Living Dead cemetery. They're coming to get you, Barbara. That's in Evans City, Pennsylvania. We went up where they filmed it, the whole nine. And the girl, Sue, says, I see you're on a road trip. You want a free tour of the St. Albans? We went and got a free tour. Then we went to Breakneck Campground, a campground called Breakneck. That was fucking great.
That's
you can't make this shit up, Jeremy. Life's about trips. I'd say for one more answer for places I've been, and I think you've been there too, I think USS Salem, Quincy,
yes,
Massachusetts.
Battleship. Oh, I love the Battleship.
Been I've been 3 times. 3 times, and the Man in Black, the room where they held people, 49 or 89 people died on board because it was a rescue vessel and shit. A movie was filmed there.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. Of course, I could say Salem and Lizzie Borden's. I've been there. I've been to Salem. I've been to Lizzie's. You can say all the cliche shit, but I'm going to drop shit that everybody knows about. And USS Salem, one of America's oldest battleships, guys, used in World War II. Check it out. Quincy, Massachusetts is also birthplace of Dunkin' Donuts. It's also the oldest, the first train was there going up to a thing. That's all there in Quincy. And where Whitey Bulger, the old guy, used to fucking kill people in the mob and shit. Used to kill people.
Matt Hawks has been in that to the Living Dead cemetery too. So.
Oh, dude. Yes. In the middle of the town, it says Home of the Night of the Living Dead. It says in the middle of the town. It's a big sign. It's pretty well.
Yeah, they have a big Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead convention that goes on in that area every year. I have a co-worker of mine at the hospital that's actually going to the actual
I'm
convention.
so jealous. That's a good time.
Yeah, it's the last one that they're doing this year.
So. If you keep on going low in Monroeville, they have the Monroeville Mall. That's where Night of the Living Dead, or that was where Dawn of the Dead was filmed, in the mall. They did it in the parking lot. I stopped there on the way back. Man, there's so much shit to see if you get out. It's some gas, but fucking A, man.
Why don't we go in the direction that we almost did? Let's talk about your historically haunted tours and because I know I love Stephen King. I'm an old school Stephen King fan, and I know that you are obviously a humongous Stephen King fan because I've seen all of your posts. I love all the pictures.
He's my man crush. I mean, no one really rides his coattails. I don't think to myself, what's up, Mary Kate? Awesome. She's an actress in Clown Motel. She sponsored the show. She's been my guest. She'd be a good talk, Jeremy.
I love that. I'm always
she's a horror actress. She sent me a couple of things, a shirt. I got a poster signed by the whole team. Awesome. Very, very talented actress, photography, Rebel Yell photography. Should be a good guest sometime. She got a clear calendar. So yeah, man. As you see, I've been into all this shit my whole life. So I have friends that always say, "Man, you should take me." Hey, man, you should do it. Hey, man, bring someone there. Hey, man, I bet you people would love to see that. I go, nah. I just like to go see my own shit. But if people are willing for me to spiel for an hour, I might as well charge them gas money. Danny Perez and Lauren Perez have taken 3 tours, and it's not the same fucking tour. I'm literally, I think, the only tour agency that I'll drive to you. I'll go to Salem. You want to pay me enough money? I'll meet you in Salem. I'll bring you where the witches were hung, where Bathsheba grew up, the whole 9. Oh, Barry, you're awesome. I'll bring you to where the judge is buried. I know all that shit. I'll bring you to where the old. See, the thing is, too, it's not just Stephen King. That's why I try to do. It's historically haunted, so I try to do A lot of it's Stephen King, a lot of it's movie sites, but I also do where like Casper the Friendly Ghost was filmed, the first one with Christina Ricci, that was in Maine. I go to where Hannibal Hamlin, America's first Republican vice president, died. That was Abraham Lincoln's vice. He would have been president if he was alive when Abraham Lincoln got shot, but he died playing poker on a couch in Bangor because he was from Maine. Yeah. And that couch is on display at the library, and he's buried at the cemetery where Stephen King played the Reverend in Pet Cemetery.
Oh, wow.
Film. Hannibal Hamlin is buried. America's first Republican vice president is buried there. Big, big grave. And Al Brady is buried there. If you look, the Bradley gang is actually the Brady gang. It's a real life thing. When Bonnie and Clyde died, the Brady gang was America's most wanted. Al Brady from Indianapolis, Indiana. He bought Tommy guns in Bangor, Maine. They couldn't get him. They knew something was up, so they waited. They called the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI, showed up the next day in Boston, from Boston to Bangor, Maine. They waited in the streets and fucking shot him, Al Brady and his gang in the streets. There's pictures of it. And you see this old it's 1939, dude. This old 1930s car there. This is dude in the streets, dead, all crooked, blood everywhere. They got a brick in the street that says that he died right here, basically, in front of the store where he bought the Tommy guns. It's the Briar Patch bookstore. That's where I bought my Stephen King books. I can take you there, too. Nice. He's also buried in the cemetery where Stephen King played the Reverend. Al Brady right there in the Jewish section. I could bring you there, too, man. So I said, fuck it. Let's incorporate the movie with the history and the tours. Let's do it all together. I could bring you to an elephant crash, and B-52 bomber crash in 1968 in Elephant Mountain by Moosehead Lake. The fucking plane is still there, dude. There's tires and fuel lodges, and they tell you not to take anything. There's shit all around the trees. Google B-52 bomber crash site in Maine. You'll see Elephant Mountain. It's all there. I've read a book on it. Oh. So I'm winded. Sorry. So there's so much to see. And who's doing Maine tours? And no one's coming to Maine unless you're coming to Maine. It's not a through state. We're only bordered by New Hampshire. We're only state bordered by one state. So if you're coming to Maine, you're coming to Maine. You're not going to Ohio or Jersey. So you're coming to Maine, you're coming to Maine. So while you're here, man, I'll show you where Stephen King wrote Pet Cemetery, where he wrote his books in Bangor, where Creepshow 2 was filmed with a girl that gets fucked by the guy in the beginning and she's killed by the hitchhiker. Yeah. I know where she kills the hitchhiker. Stephen King pulls over and goes, black guy, huh? He's in that big rig. I know that spot. That's in Brewer, right across the street from Bangor. There's a little off-ramp that happened there. I got all the pics to back it up in Google saying where it was, the whole nine. And it's, you know me, I don't leave a trace unturned. So I cover my tracks to make sure I'm not bullshitting you. And I have the proof. Historically haunted tours, guys, it's typically about 150 to 200. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but with gas, I'd give you a ride on my truck. And by the way, my truck is haunted. The guy I bought it off of, I bought off of a impound yard because the guy blew his brains out in the back of it. And I got video and picture of Heather cleaning the blood stains out for.
Oh my God! Oh wow, dude.
That's no shit. I got a video of the guy telling me, going, "Well, the police, he was at a storage unit. I'm not gonna say too much because it's family or whatever, but he took his own life. He's at a storage unit. He took his own life in the back of the truck." And we get the truck, and he goes, "This is perfect for your tours. I needed a car." I go, "What do you mean?" He opened up the back. It smells like pennies. I go, "Look, what the fuck?" I go, "What is that? Paint?" He goes, "Blood." He goes, "The guy shot himself. He left everything in the car. His Red Sox hat, his glasses, his ID. I got everything in a car. Danny's got some stuff. I gave some stuff to the Radicals to bless. But I've kept some stuff because it's his truck, man. He's got everything detailed, dude. The thing's in 2003. He's got everything detailed. Every oil change, everything in a whole binder. He's the first owner. I'm the second owner. So you will get a tour in a truck where there was a suicide and is blessed. It's not super haunted. That's been saged. But that's a little addition. I'm not going to tell everybody, but if you're taking the tours, you're probably keen to that. So I'll know my audience. I'm not going to stand around a bunch of nuns in my truck. But if you take my tour and you got a Pantera shirt, I might go, just to let you know. You know what I mean? Just a little addition. I don't try to brag too much. But it's kind of fitting, I guess.
No, you know what? It's amazing because I've seen pictures of the tours, and I know that my wife and I are really interested in actually visiting the front of Stephen King's house because I've seen you out there with the books. I've seen Danny and Lauren pictured outside of the front.
Danny threw his books over the fence.
That's awesome.
now there's a camera up, so
that's fantastic, man. You know, and I'm amazed at all of the different areas that you cover, and you actually show you show the movie scene, and then you show when you guys actually go there, and
I appreciate that.
So you're not BSing anybody because I've seen all of this, and you know.
I put a lot in the comments because I know someone's going to go in the comments and go, well, how do you know? And then they go to the comments and they see the pictures. And they go, oh, Well, that's how he knows. Because all my comments pictures are all the pictures of lining up or pictures of I've seen on Google saying this is the town. This happened here. This happened here. Because, you know, people are naysayers, man. No one wants to fucking believe shit. And I get it. You're going to be skeptical if you're going to spend $150. But legit, man, it'll be a good time. I'm very informative. And depends on where you want to go. Like where the kid got killed, Gage got killed in Pet Cemetery. I know where that house is in Maine. It's in Hancock, named after the president, Hancock. And the house is still yellow with trim. And I've been there, and I could see the lake out back where the picnic table was, and they run through the field, the kids chasing the kite. The field's the same, the house is the same. It matches up to a fucking T. Dirt driveway, you name it. I can bring you there for the right price. That might be a little bit more expensive, but there's certain spots where I can. A Storm of the Century, Bonanson, come on in. That was in Maine. Southwest Harbor, I've been there. I've been to the part where they all go. It's a bed and breakfast. There's a big. Don't get me started. You pay the money, you take the ride. But I'll tell you, it's fucking worth it, man. And then I'm getting guests on. James Blanchard, who played Henry Bowers, was my guest. Sent me an autograph picture.
Awesome.
I had fucking Marlon Taylor on. I have all these people that want to come to Maine and take the tour of the movie that they played in. So fuck me. You know what? And then I met Stephen King. Last year I met Joe Hill 2 years ago, his son. And then I met Steve and I told him I went to the same high school as you. He said, not now. And I took a picture of him. So, man, like I said, I'm not trying to ride his coattail, but there's not a lot of people doing it. And why, God forbid, when he does pass away, why wait till then? Do it now. And if he sues me, fucking A, I'll take it. That's a pretty good highlight. But I'm not trademarking anything. I'm not selling you a Stephen King thing. It's not Stephen King tours. It's no. That's why I include the horror. That's why I include the hauntings. I'll bring you to where Bradford, Maine, above Augusta. It's a small town. You ever heard of that? Probably not. John Curtis invented chewing gum there. The first person to make spruce gum in 1893. Spruce chewing gum. Look it up. That was in Bradford, Maine. I could bring you there. It's not a big thing, but it's kind of neat to look back and go, I was at the birthplace of chewing gum. You know, it's kind of neat. So, yeah.
Didn't you work with the guy that was actually driving the Peterbilt that kills the kid in Pet Cemetery?
He sponsored my podcast for 2 years. He gave me $2,000 checks. I had him framed for a while on my wall. I actually was his booking agent. I got him to a show in Bangor. They did a Pet Cemetery reunion. I found the original truck. The original truck in the dashboard says this Peterbilt was used in Stephen King's 1988 Pet Cemetery, the red Orinco truck. We talked him into fucking. I'm not getting excited, but I talked him into trademarking the name Orinco. That was Heather's idea, and then I got him into Bangor, and then he goes, "I don't need you anymore." And fucking dude never fucking he cut me out, and I get him everything. I got him I go, what? I got him in the truck into Bangor. I didn't get a dime out of it. They told me don't bother going. They won't let you in. I go, what? So that was my first person to book, being a booking agent, and I've kind of cut back since, but he kind of screwed me over. I had an Orinco hat. I had a Donnie Green hat. I threw it all away. I had a signed thing. I said, fuck you, dude. I got his autograph still on Pet Cemetery because he is the driver, but yeah.
I didn't mean to bring it up. I had seen the picture earlier, so I thought
I don't mind putting it out there because he's signed with someone else. Someone goes, come meet the Orinco driver, and I wanted to message him going, careful. Live and learn, but at the same time, dude, I have a YouTube video of me with him in his personal truck driving by where he killed that kid Gage in Pet Cemetery. Right. We met, and it's the first time he's been there since the movie because he was born and raised in Maine. He was a gas jockey at a local truck stop. He had his trucking license, and he told me the whole fucking story. What's up, Morgan girl? Spent the night at bed and breakfast with her in Salem one year. So we did a lot of cool shit. I went all the way to Easton, Maine, which is by New Brunswick, Canada. We're talking way the fuck up there.
Yep.
And you take this place called the Airline, they call it. It's like 14 miles of straight, and you just go by woods. It's nothing. But the guy owns the truck, and I got to sit, and I got pictures with it on my page. I got a YouTube video of me with the Orinco sign. I get to sit inside where this thing was. I get to touch the grill. I get to go in the box where it says this was used in the film, the whole nine. So I got a picture and a video of that. I got the guy into the show. He goes, I don't know. I never thought this would leave the town. I go, dude, people would love to see this truck. So I got him to go to Bangor, dude, and he made a killing. But they cut me out because there's no paperwork. So I lived and learned, but I got to see some cool shit. So no, whatever, man. Life's a garden. You know what I'm saying? So
life's a garden. Dig it. A little Joe Dirt there for you.
I knew you'd know it. Life's a garden. Yeah. Dig it.
I get it. If it's a cheesy horror movie or if it's some kind of crazy ass comedy, I'm sure I've seen it one way or the other.
That's it. Horror movies and comedies are hand in hand, brother. So it's cool, man. Karma's a bitch. It is what it is. I didn't lose anything per se. I didn't gain anything either. But at the same time, what you gonna do, man? So
You gain the experience of the situation out. That's the most important part.
Yeah, I get some free autographs. I get to go sit in the truck for free, which no one got to do at the convention. They had it roped off, so I get to sit in the fucking Pet Cemetery truck, motherfucker. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So it's cool, and I you know, it is what it is, man. Like I said, whatever, man. We keep moving on, and I get to smoke a joint with Marlon Taylor, the black kid from the Losers Club in the original It. He signed my pops on my picture. I got a thing with him where he signed it. I'll show you. Don't mind my stomach, guys. I got to lose weight. I know. So here's the Bangor. That's him. In the middle.
Oh, damn. That's pretty cool.
And that's him. And he was doing autographs and he went. And I've had him on my show. He was in Seattle. So I go, hey, I got a joint. Want to give me an intro? So he gives me an intro. You're watching Historic London podcast with Adam. And we're smoking a joint. And I'm like, yeah, Marlon Taylor, what's up? So, man, it's a win. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes parties, crowds, and you experience it. Yeah. I remember that time that we were at a bed and breakfast and Morgan kicked Nate out of bed at like 1 a.m. Remember that, Nate? Oh, was it? Are we live? The whole place heard it. Is that cool? Oh, yeah. No, he was drunk and rolled out of bed, but we think Morgan kicked him. That's when they first started dating, I think. They were I think they were both virgins still that night, I think.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, man, I'm trying to do it all. I'm trying to do the tours, the podcast. I'm not really throwing shit to the wall to see what sticks. I'm just doing stuff that I feel like is fun, Morgan. I just feel like I'm doing stuff that's fun. And I figure life's I already said life's a garden, but I figure life is, though, about that. Like with Heather's going to be 50 in July. Her kids are all grown up. I said, let's go do shit. Nate. I'm going to bring that up, brother. You know I love you. I know I confirm with denial allegation. He fell out of bed big time. Thomas Patrick was there, too. That's right. I was in Salem for the Salem convention there at Salem State University. Guys, check it out. The Connecticut Con's coming up with him too in July. So yeah, man, I've met a lot of cool friends, a lot of cool allies. People talk to me on Facebook more than my own family does. Since mom died, dude, no one talks to me. Barely my sisters do. My dad a tiny bit. So I get a lot of love from the paranormal people, from the historians, from the people on the podcast, because we're all into the same shit. Maybe I'm just too weird for people, I guess. I don't know, but we're weird together, Jeremy. With a shirt like that, we're fucking weird, right? I mean, fuck.
I gotta tell you, we have more in common than you could possibly imagine, because after my dad passed away, I haven't heard from any of my family at all in a long time. My sister once in a blue moon, but that is it, and I'm more family with like Nate and yourself and Russ and Dan and Lauren and all of the people that I've met along the way through all my platforms, whether it's like, well, between wrestling and podcasting and the paranormal, and those are the people that I consider my family, and my relatives are who I'm related to by blood, but I don't consider them directly as much family as I do everybody that I get a chance to talk to on the regular. So I definitely hear that.
I tell you, man, I got more excited when Tiffany Stratton comes out and I hear her music than I do when my sister calls me. So I don't know if that's wrong or not.
Good old Tiffany Stratton.
And it's like, that's your new girl. I go, no, Alexa Bliss will always be my girl, but Tiffany's coming up for a close second. She's fucking talented. Fuck off. She's great. But it's true, man. I don't know what it is. A lot of people said that too. They go, what's Adam going to do? Then, of course, when I went homeless, dude, I know it was COVID, but still, man, no one gave me a care package. No one came with a bucket full of beans for me. I mean, I got offered to stay at my sister's, I suppose, but she's got 4 or 5 kids. And I was homeless, but I did stay with my old lady a little bit. She couldn't really have me there full time. So I go back to the RV and all that shit. But still, it is what it is, and that's why I've come to grasp and to love these people that are on Facebook. And it's like, oh, there's Thomas Patrick again. Oh, there's Nate Elwell. Oh, there's Jeremy. There's Jean liking every one of my posts. Well, Jean's always good at liking shit. She'll like everything. So
yeah, she'll never come on a damn podcast with me, because I've actually tried to get her to come on, and she's like, nope. I will like your stuff. I'll occasionally watch, but she will never. She'll never.
She won't come on. Say hi. I think that too. Like I left work. Like I said, I'm not going to tell people where I work. It's between you and me. But I did start a new job this week, and my old job, people are messaging me, oh, it's not the same without you. I can't believe you're gone. And it's funny, these people that you just see at work or work with that don't really know you like your family does, but they know you more. Does that make sense? Like, these people see me at my worst. I see my family. It's like, hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. But I see these people. I'm like, oh, what's up? Having a bad day. They see you when you're down. You know what I mean?
Jean is awesome, and kudos to her. She just got accepted into into going back to school. She's going to be becoming an LPN. So, it's going to be another big journey for her. And I give her all the credit in the world for that, because going back to school at any age for anything is a daunting task.
I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So kudos. Congratulations, Gene. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. I love her for that, And so seeing you're a huge Stephen King fan, I'm gonna throw this question to you guys. I was thinking about it earlier. Your top 5 Stephen King movies.
Oh, you bastard.
Yep.
No, see, if it's funny, no one really asked me. They'll ask me like what my favorite, like they'll say, well, what do you like for but like a top 5. That I love top 5s. Let me think. Okay. You said
I got questions. That's for sure. I can hit you with stuff that nobody else hits you with. So
that's good. Hit me with your best shot. All right. We'll start with number 5. Number 5. It's one that no one really talks about. And of course, I just had it in my head and I lost it. I can see it in my head. Fuck. The one where he's hitchhiking. The one where the kid's hitchhiking back in Maine and he keeps getting picked up. It's on Tubi. It's free. It's not a big one. Shit, I can't think of it. I just had it too. Heather, help me out. Where's the one with the guys hitchhiking? Sometimes they come back.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Sometimes they come back. He's hitchhiking. And at the end, he gets picked up by Dave Arkell, and Dave Arkell's like dead, and he picks him up, and he brings him back. He drops him up front of the cemetery. That's a pretty good one. It's a mind fuck. That's a good one. Rose Red. Rose Red is good. Well, yes, Rose Red is really good. Rose Red's a good series. Misery, too, is great. For number 4, I'm going to say Misery. I remember when I was a kid watching when she breaks the dude's legs with a sledgehammer, having to turn my head for a second. I guess in the book, she saws it off, Heather said. She doesn't break it. It's a different murder thing. But that'd be my number 4. Number 3, I got to go Salem's Lot. That's Thomas's favorite book and movie. The original Salem's Lot, when the vampires flying above the guy's window. Come on. Number 2, I got to say It. I know it. Pennywise, you see Pennywise everywhere. He's literally the number 1 Stephen King villain to me is Pennywise. And you got to throw It in there. You know what's real quick before I get to my number 1? I'm going to leave you hanging. I just went to the bridge where the gay kid was murdered. Remember in the remake, second one, when the kids were walking back from the carnival? The gay kid? That happened in Bangor in 1984. There's a bridge down there that goes over the Candustic Stream, which was the Barrens. Yeah. And this kid and his boyfriend are walking home from a church supper, and they got beaten the fuck up hard by 3 other kids, thrown over this bridge. And then, the kid said he couldn't swim. They all laughed while he drowned. And it was considered a murder, but they were all underage. So the kids went to their 21 and got free. But the bridge is painted with a rainbow bridge, like a rainbow thing now for the gay community. But that's a real bridge where our real kids. We just went to that, and I went to the Ironworks as well as the Kissing Bridge too. The red covered bridge used to be in Bangor. Nice. It's not there anymore. It's a walking bridge, but they call it the Kissing Bridge. So that's all part of it. That's why I had to bring that up, because that's
before you hit number 1.
Yeah.
Which 1990 or the newer one?
You really do suck. Let me think. I can't shit on an original. I gotta go 1. Tim Curry's the fucking man.
Thank you.
I love Skarsgård. I love how Tuesday. Yeah, you gotta admit the new one's a little darker, isn't it? A little bit more horror than.
I will agree, but as far as the Pennywise character itself, although Skarsgård does play an amazing, I find Tim Curry's It way more disturbing.
He's almost
he's like a birthday clown in the sewer. Versus the minute you see Skarsgård, something's messed up with him. But when you see
he almost looks too friendly and playful, like, oh, he's a goofy clown, but he's a nice clown. What's up? Oh, cool, Tim Curry. Right, you're right. I think that then he goes bah with the big teeth. You're like, holy fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go the original for. You can't lose with either one, because I honestly don't like remakes. Typically, they knocked out of the park with the remake on this, but I still gotta go original because it's fucking OG, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off from number 1. I didn't know which It you were going with on that one.
No, please do. I love you know me, Jeremy. You're a great host. Shout out to Jeremy, guys. This fucking guy's been in the field supporting people, coming to conventions, liking things, tuning in for years. Tune into this guy's podcast, share his shit, like his shit now. All Access Television Network. So for number 1, I gotta go Pet Sematary. I've been to all the sites. I've read the book. Not that I haven't read the other books, but I mean, I got to meet Nico a couple of years ago. Of course, the truck, so close to home. I went to the house in Orrington real quick. Orrington is on the other side of Brewer. Underneath his Bangor, there's like a river. Here's Brewer, home of the witches. Brewer Witches. That's awesome. I want a shirt for that. Great high school mascot. Down from that is Orrington. It's a small town. He lived in this house. It looks like the Amityville house, believe it or not. And when he was young, his daughter Naomi's cat, Smucky, got killed by a truck. That gave him the idea. Of course, about a month later, his youngest son, or his son, I believe, his youngest son, Joe, ran towards, or his oldest son, rather, ran towards the road at like 8 years old in a Chimbro. Chimbro is like a concrete place in Maine. A Chimbro truck almost hit him. He grabbed him before he went to the road. Didn't almost hit him, but he stopped before he got to the road. So the Orinco truck in the book is Chimbro. They named it, they changed it because of copyright. So he wrote this in this Orrington house. He wrote that about that. And then he found out after his cat died that this girl's got, there's a pet cemetery out back, and that's where his cat's buried. And it's out back of a small church. And I've been there out back with Danny and Heather and Lauren. So, and then we left, and there's a dead cat in the dead crow in the road. So you tell me, just weird timing maybe. But Pet Cemetery for final answer, Alex. I mean, I really gotta hit it home with the Pet Cemetery. I love them all. I love A Good Marriage. I love the Langoliers, which is from the Bangor at the airport. I love Thinner. I brought Danny to the Thinner sites. That's all.
That movie's disturbing. The movie Thinner is very disturbing, especially from like the halfway marker towards the end. My God, his dissension from being the big fat guy and like getting really thin and the makeup job, and oh my God, that movie really messes with your head.
That's the guy that played RoboCop.
Was that Peter Waller?
The guy that got fat and shit. The guy there, he was the guy that played fucking RoboCop. I'm 99% sure that's the same guy.
Huh?
Yeah. But that's the house that they drove in, the restaurant where they're eating at the restaurant, the bar. The bar is in Raleigh's. It's an old bar. That was a bar. That bar was on a pirate ship in the 1700s. I went in with Danny. We got a burger with Heather and shit. I go, Thinner was filmed right here. The cups are still hanging upside down. The guy was there. She goes, yeah. He goes, the bar was from a pirate ship in the 1700s. This bar here, the wooden bar. I go, wow. So on top of a movie thing, you get the history thing. You get probably a haunting for all I know. So. And then, of course, I know where Gage is buried. Gage is buried where Stephen King played the Reverend, where Hannibal Hamlin's buried, Al Brady. That's in America's second oldest garden cemetery. That's in Bangor, Mount Hope. That was fashioned after Mount Auburn Cemetery, which is America's first garden cemetery in Massachusetts, where H.P. Lovecraft, or not H.P. Lovecraft, but Longfellow's buried. Henry Longfellow, the poet. So, as you know, man, I try to incorporate my mind with good shit. Secret Garden's great, too, with Johnny Depp. Yeah, there's a lot of them. That's a good one too. A lot of the lesser known ones are great. I got to start a new book soon. I finished I finished Thinner recently. That was pretty good.
Oh God. See, you might hate this one a little bit more. So we just did movies. How about your top 5 books of Stephen King?
Ooh, okay.
It might be a little bit different because the book adaptation is always a little bit different than the movies.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. That one I know. Don't give me shit. Heather read it. It took her about 3 months. It's a big one.
It is big.
I think it's a big one. I'm gonna tackle it next. You can't watch the movie and not read the book. So, I'd say for number 5. I remember when I was a kid, I did read The Shining. I remember because that was the first movie I watched. So, I haven't read it in a while, so I got to go The Shining for number 5, even though it should be higher. I know that sounds shitty. Thinner is over it. I say Thinner is number 4 because I just finished it and it's fresh in my mind, and it reminds me of the movie in a lot of ways. Number three would be probably a Good Marriage. Have you heard of A Good Marriage?
No, I don't think I have.
A Good Marriage is when the girl is home one day. She got 3 kids together with the guy, and the guy goes out of work. He's a coin collector, and she goes down to the basement and looks through his shit and finds out missing things from girls and stuff. Oh, that's good. I guarantee you Morgan told him that, because Morgan would bust my balls too. But no, that's good. Wait, Adam knows how. Thanks a lot, Nate. Appreciate you, brother. You fucking dick. So, I'd say number 3 is that one. That one's a good one. The girl, so the girl finds out her husband's a serial killer, and she's like, "Oh shit!" There's a movie about it too. And she goes, basically like, stop doing this stuff. And he says he will. Then she finds out there's more people dying, so she ends up pushing him off the fucking stairs, the balcony, and kills him. And this detective guy that was researching the case knows he was a killer, knows she killed him, but lets it go because he's an asshole. And yeah. So it's A Good Marriage is called, but it's pretty brutal. I mean, after like 25 years of marriage, she finds out he's a serial killer. And he's like, well, what are you gonna do? Tell the kids? They're not gonna believe you never knew, honey. You're gonna be an accomplice. Just I'll stop. And she's like, killing female. She gave her earrings from one of the girls she killed and everything. It's like, holy fuck.
Wow.
So number two would probably be number two. I read recently too. What the fuck book is that? I just read it not too long ago. I bust the balls of those I like. That's true. If she didn't talk to me at all, she would. If she didn't like me at all, she wouldn't even be on here. So got you, Morgan. Like a Nate. Number two would be. I just had it in my head. It's a red book. Oh, you got me with questions I can't think. It's good. Hold on, give me a second. It's
That's good.
Is it The Good Wife? Or did I just say that?
You just mentioned A Good Marriage.
Oh, Good Marriage. Okay. No, this one's about a girl and a husband going to the woods to have sex. He handcuffs her to the bed and gets ready to bone her, and then he has a heart attack. So she's handcuffed to the bed in the middle of nowhere, no cell phone, while her dead husband's on the floor. And the door's wide open, so wolves come in and like a zombie and ghost and a random person. It's just really, really what the fuck is the name of that? I can see it right now. Heather, help me out. What's the name of that? Gerald's Game. I think Gerald's Game. Yes, because his name's Gerald. And he handcuffs her to the bedroom. And the picture of the book is it's a bedpost with handcuffs dangling by themselves. Because at the end, she breaks her wrist off. I don't want to give it away, but she breaks her wrist off to pull it through. You stumped Adam. Shut up, Heather. Gerald's Game. Yes, I was right. Gerald's Game. Thank you, brother. Yeah. This Matt Hawks guy knows his shit.
Yes, he does.
And of course, number one, I gotta say Pet Sematary, man, because the book is pretty wild. Never read it, but a lot of mentions that Tom Gordon's book. Yeah, Tom Gordon. Tom Gordon book is good. This is The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. I have that. I got a whole collection in my room. Pet Sematary, if you read the book or not, but in the book, Judd's wife dies, not the maid. Like the wife's alive. So the funeral and stuff's for her. And a lot of places in the book it talks about their school that they go to. It's the actual elementary school in Bangor that Joe Hill and Owen Hill and Naomi King, rather, they all went to school at. It's right next to Stephen King's house. It's the same elementary school to verbatim. I got a picture of it in front of it. Oh, wow. And then they mentioned the funeral home where they hold the services where she gets the funeral. And that's a funeral home in Bangor. And I got a picture in front. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but I got a picture of it. I think Murphy's. I got a picture of that with a card on my Stephen King wall. Can I show you my wall real quick? Is that cool?
Yeah, please.
Well, here's my room here with my autographs I get from guests.
Oh, wow,
people dude. I've got Sarah French. I got I met Bob Marley from Boondock Saints. There's Mary Kate that you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Some of my Stephen King shit. All right, so this is my collection. Dude. Adam reads. I know how to read. I read comic book. Okay. So this is my King collection. It's getting bigger, but Hansel and Gretel's a good one. It's his version of Hansel and Gretel.
Nice.
But I got the soft ones up here.
Yeah.
Talisman. I just bought Under the Dome last week. I got my hardcover ones there. Once he's done with his sons, different trinkets. People make me designs. People make me stuff. Send it to me, artwork and shit.
That's awesome, dude.
So, yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, readings, especially living up where the fuck I live. I don't know if you're familiar with Maine. Well, you are a little bit, but I live about an hour and a half past Augusta. Probably about 45 minutes to the west of Bangor, almost going towards the Appalachian Trail, Moosehead Lake and shit, Mount Katahdin. So the Wendigo's up here. So the Stand's a good one too. I got to read the Stand sometime. The movie's good too. So I do. Obviously, I stay busy with the podcast. I'm gonna rewrite my book. I started writing a book, like a biography, and then Heather's like, "Why don't you do how Stephen King inspires you? How you do the tours, how you met him, how you grew up around him, how you've been in the movie side." I go, people will probably really love that. I go, you're right. So she's gonna help me rewrite a book, and I'm gonna try to be an author. It's not easy. Writing's hard. Yes, your version of Hansel and Gretel. It was $22. It's his version. It's a nice hardcover book. That came out about a month ago. I bought that. I try to stay up to date with his shit. So I'm really trying to just stay focused on thing. Of course, working the job is great, and with Heather and everything, want to get my own land, want to do my own thing. But the tour thing, I think the tours and the podcast are my go-to. I love talking to people like you. I got to get you on my show.
Yeah, I haven't been on yours yet either. Yep.
I got to get you on the show, and we'll try to con Jean into it, even though she won't. Maybe she wears a mask or something.
Anytime, I'm always open. So that's for sure.
Question. What do we got? Oh, the Charles Inn's got a Stephen King room in Bangor. This guy knows his shit. Yeah, they do. I watched a traveler guy on YouTube that stayed there, and it's got original documents from what he's written. It's actually got his books there. You can read while you're there. It's got things on the wall, like different shit. But yeah, it's right down there by the pizza place. Like, this guy, is he a friend of yours? This is Matt Hawks?
Yeah, Matt Hawks, actually, I had him and his wife, Elizabeth, on my show last week. They actually own a haunted bed and breakfast called the Humbird out in Wisconsin. They actually, they have a haunted hotel, bar, and grill out in Humbird, Wisconsin, called the Humbird. They're amazing people. I had them on last week. You know, they were
Matt. I'm kind of blocked because I'm the type of guy where I send out like 900 requests at once, so I can't send friend requests for some reason. But if you can find me on Facebook, it says follow. Click to the right with his 3 buttons, and it'll say add friend. Send me a friend request. I'd love to talk to you, get you on. He's also talking about the Mangler. Funny story. There's a printing press. There's 2 of them in Bangor, but there's one that's gone now, and he actually worked there. And he got the idea about the Mangler, and he wrote the Mangler there, and I've been there. It's on Fern Street. It's a house now, but I looked it up, and yeah, he worked there, and he got the idea for the Mangler, which he helped direct and wrote, but don't feel bad.
He says he's afraid of me. I love it. You never know.
And this is why she's not on my show. Morgan, I'm gonna have my agent Heather reach out to you at some point and get you a date. And have you come on without Nate, because you're a big girl and you don't need a boyfriend to hold your hand. And I'll have you come on and you can talk like a big girl. Okay. And then I'll have Nate on the following week so he can show you what a real podcast looks like. Wow, burn!
Yeah, brother, I'm available. You know, I'd be anytime you want, man. I'm always open. So
I try to book about 2 months ahead, but I got some in June and July. I'm starting my new season. I try to go 50 episodes before I go to another season. So season 7 is going to start. I gotta get to 50 episodes, but I'm at 200. In about 2 weeks, I'm at episode 220. Look at that, my favorite. Nate, get out of here. You're coming on too. So yeah, I'll send you some dates this weekend. Like I said, I get the weekend off. I'm staying up here. I got a full day tomorrow and shit. Get out of here, Nate. I love you, brother. You fucking guy.
So real quick before we
Yes.
start wrapping things up. Is it true that I see it? You were actually a singer for a heavy metal band? Did I actually see? Did you actually sing it in a metal band?
I like that you shared that picture of me on stage with my Alistair Black shirt on.
Yeah,
Culling the Herd, man. I've always loved metal. As from the beginning of time, I've loved rock.
I'm a diehard, brother, since the 1980s. So you can.
I mean, my mom got me into the Monkees and the Beatles, and then of course Sabbath, and then Steppenwolf, and then AC/DC, and then I'm growing to Guns N' Roses, Metallica. Next thing you know, I'm in Pantera. Then I'm into fucking Slipknot and Manson. Then I'm getting off that shit and getting into deep shit like fucking Lorna Shore and Suicide Silence, like heavy shit.
Okay, yeah.
And Killing the Herd, yes, or with an E though, H-E-R-D, like killing the weak ones out of the herd of sheep, So I did karaoke and I covered a couple songs and stuff. And my buddy said, you should try out. There's this band that I know, Calling the Herd, that's looking for a singer. Their singer bailed on them. They've been in a band for like 10 years, or not 10 years, but like 10 months. And they wanted a singer. You should try them. They're in Boatingham. I said, I'll try. I went down. I knew one of the members. He's a guitar player. Mike DeGomez went to high school with him in Lisbon, because Boatingham's like 3 or 4 towns up. So I go there and I'm like, I can keep going, dude. I can do it because I don't smoke butts. I smoke weed, but my energy, my lungs, I can just keep fucking. I'll say myself you know me. I'm very. So they go, holy shit. They go, you want to sing? And I'm like, yeah. And they, oh, okay, yeah. So I said, well, we get 10 songs. We don't have the lyrics for them. The guy wrote them or whatever. They're kind of his. Or you want to rewrite them? So I rewrote 10 songs. I got a song called Return of Lord Vigo, a little Ghostbusters nod. Nice. I wrote a song called Sleep Tight. It's like a horror movie talking about scratching at the floors, pounding on the wall. Your escape isn't real, but your sorrows are. And as I'm doing this, I'm clawing it. And I just bust my fingers up and bleeding. I get right on the game and just claw the stage. And I take my microphone cord and hang myself with it. And I had fake blood capsules. And I'd smash the blood on my head. They called the ambulance on me in Portland once. I thought it was real blood. He goes, you're going to tell me that shit. But a lot of times I'd do real blood, or I'd take beer and I'd spit over everyone like a big fountain. So to the point where I'd play at shows and shit, there's no shit, they cover the monitors with plastic and shit because I'd spit and do fake blood. And like Gore does, I guess, in a way. And that's, which I met Gore. I met the lead singer.
What is it? Odorous Urungus?
Otis Urungus did a shot of Jägermeister with him in New Hampshire before he passed away. Yeah, I went to his grave. He's at Hollywood Cemetery in Virginia where the vampire is buried.
I used to love Guar. I remember, you know who their roadies were, right?
Oh yeah, Bobby.
Green Jello, Green Jelly, whatever the hell they were.
Yeah,
they that band with the Three Little Pigs song and all that.
Well, the first little piggy. Well, he was. Yeah, that's where they got. That's where they get the nod from, and that's why they can do it. They let him. They don't sue him or nothing. But, so yeah, I did Come to Hurt for about 5 years. We did a lot of local shows. Opened up for bands. I opened up for Mushroom Head and El Nino. They actually watched us play, get autographs and pictures with them. That was dope.
Yeah,
that was dope. I mean, not that they're a fucking Kiss or Motley Crue or whatever, but it's fucking Mushroom Head. It's the Cleveland version of Slipknot. And for those of you who don't know, El Nino's a band from Brazil area, from southern area.
I remember them, yeah.
Yeah, they sing in American, but they get a song for Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack. So they look at their shit. So we get to play that, get about 300 people in front of me. They had our songs played on it. I actually get to go to Hudson State University College. It's a college in Bangor, and they have NESCOM, where people go to be like directors or like producers or like a reporter and whatever and record stuff. So the guy goes, my buddy's like, hey, he's like, my senior project, I need to record a band in the studio, the $1 Million Recording Studio. You guys want to record an album for free? I go, huh? So I got pictures of me and stuff in the studio with a voice thing and a spit guard on the mic. And the guy's got a fretboard, the whole nine, dude. Pretty. So I got the CD. I got a hard copy CD. I don't have many left. I got to burn them before I run out, but of existence. But they're also on YouTube. If you look up Culling the Hurt on YouTube, you'll see all of our songs are, and Spotify too. My old guitarist uploaded them. So, and then after I did that, I quit, and then Chris Brown took over. Psychic Medium Chris Brown. He played guitar.
Believe it or not, he's my guest next week.
He was a guitarist for Culling the Hurt. We did a show together. He was in Maine too. So yeah.
No, I have Chris coming on next week on the show. So he's my guest next week. We're gonna talk about music and heavy metal and all that kind of stuff. Because I've been a diehard fan since the early '80s, Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax and Megadeth and Deicide and all those crazy ass bands, and all the way up through the current stuff. I mean, I don't know too many of the current bands. I mean, some of them sound pretty good. Some of them I liked Five Finger Death Punch for a little bit before they got a little bit too on the countryside, and I'm not really huge on the countryside of things.
No. Avenged Sevenfold too. They were heavy in the beginning, and now they're kind of like screamo. I go, hey, you guys were a little bit heavier a couple years ago, but
it's all good though, My God, dude, this freaking hour went by so fast. We're gonna definitely have to do it again sometime. That's what. I
didn't see G.G. Allen. G.G. Allen passed away, but I did see his brother Merle Allen and the new singer of the Scumfucks, G.G. Allen, the Scumfucks band in New Hampshire. I've been to G.G. Allen's grave in Littleton, New Hampshire. I got a picture with his mom before she passed. I know my shit, dude, and I fucking been around. I'm not trying to brag, but fucking life's too short to not ask for an autograph or selfie with someone. Worst thing they say is no.
I agree with you, dude.
Everything from Ronda Rousey to Rob Zombie to I met a lot of my heroes. I met Stephen King, Yellow Wolf. So I'm almost there. I'll take it.
That is awesome, brother. You know what? I cannot believe this hour went by so fast. We're definitely have to do a part two at some point.
10:30. Wow. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun and two people know what the fuck they're talking about. So next time we'll talk another hour on my show, okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So before we leave, I always do this with all my guests. I do the Mount Rushmore of horror characters, but I want you to exclude Stephen King characters from it. Non-Stephen King Mount Rushmore of horror characters.
That's 4, right?
Yes, it is.
I got to go. I mean, you can't start a horror collection without Freddy Krueger. Supposedly based on the Night Killer, supposedly based on a real thing and shit like that. Got to go Freddy Krueger. Got to go Freddy Krueger. Number 4, number 3 rather. I got to go Mike Myers, the original Mike Myers. I mean, I know he's human, but the fact of his psychology, he's basically a serial killer with a mask. Got to go with that. What's up, Gene? Number 2, Hellraiser. People don't talk about Pinhead enough. That fucking guy tears are a waste of good suffering, man. He would literally drink your blood like soup. That's a crazy motherfucker. And number 1, who I was on for Halloween for about 9 years in a row, and I met 3 of the people that portrayed him. Jason Voorhees, the number 1 and only. Gotta love the hockey mask killer. He's better with the mask. I wore the mask on with Heather once in a while.
That is awesome, man.
Oh, check it out real quick. I won a condom contest when I was playing in a band. I won a Freddy Krueger gloves, real metal.
Dude, that is sick.
One of them was taped together. I got to weld it. But yeah, it really works. You put your fingers in there. It really works.
Wow, brother. That is fantastic.
About 8 pounds.
Wow, man. Hey,
All right,
listen,
man, great show.
thank you very much for coming on the show tonight, Adam.
Twisted Tales with Jeremy fucking Cotter, guys. Check it
This
out.
has been an amazing, amazing day. For Adam, this is Jeremy. Thank you very much for coming on Twisted Tales, and we'll see you next week. Go ahead and take us home.